while I'm thinking about it. Make that weight come in handy. You know what though? That looks like a pretty stout tractor. Nah, that's alright. It can't hurt it to have it on the back. Let me put it on there. Where is it? There it is. Uh-oh. What's going on with my thing? There it goes. Stopped on me. Racer 16T, how you doing, man? Thank you for that follow, my friend. I do appreciate that very much. I'm very happy that you like the stream enough to follow it. Thank you, buddy. You going crazy today, Kodo? It's all good, man. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so this little track, these Zetters aren't too bad. You know? They're okay. They're alright. I gotta sell my Vatter stat. I just haven't brought myself to do it yet. That was the first thing I had. Alright, I gotta figure out... Oh, I gotta get a tractor for all this stuff, guys. Let's see. What am I gonna use? Oh, I gotta get the triple mower too, man. I know what I gotta do. I gotta get the triple mower. I'm gonna use what I use in Bjornholm. What does it take to pull that? You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna use that. Yep. We about to spend a little bit more money here, guys. And I know you're gonna be like, it's overkill, but I don't care. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, right? Yeah, we have to have the grass. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Bam. Bam. Yeah, I did. Just go ahead and refresh, guys. Make sure you refresh. Yeah, it blipped for a minute. So refresh the stream. I don't know why it does that. Twitch has a... I don't know. You got me. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, I like running these for the triple mowers. I really like running the Smart Track for the triple mower. I really do. I know it's overkill, but it's one of my favorites, man. And I'm going to. And I'm going to. You want to know why? Because I'm going to. That's why. Because I did before, and yeah. And you want to know what? I think I need a weight for that too, because I'm going to have to use that to tether. I'll show you in a minute. See, this won't hook up to... Alright, let's get our tractor over here. If you get a tractor that won't hook up to a trailer or a piece of equipment, a lot of times you can put a weight on it and it will hook up to it then. I'll show you what I mean. And that should be it, right? Yeah. Where are you guys at? Here we are. So like this right here, your tether. I can't hook up to this. Okay, it won't let me do it, right? Alright. It won't let you do it. It just won't. So you basically get a weight. And I will leave this, wherever I leave this tether at when I'm going to mow, I'll probably take all this over to 18. Over by 18 where the free fields are, what I call the free fields, and put it there. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Where are my... There they are. My triple mowers. Let's go do that now. Oh, you son of a gun. Alright. So you take your little deal right there, and now it'll hook to that just fine. Bam. And you can rock with it. And this is just like a windrower, guys, this tedder. Alright, it just turns the grass over, for those of you that don't know. It opens up and extends out, and it just flips the grass over. So then you can bale it. What am I doing? Wait a minute. Yes, I do need that. I do need that. Straw and hay bales. That's right. That's right. My brain is just going 7 different ways here. Alright, I'm going to use these fields over here by 18 because they're free and they're here and they're awesome. And there's enough of them. There's no reason why. I'm actually going to put them out front up here. I mean, you can do this field right here, this part. You can do that little one right over there if you want to. But there's 2 big ones that are right over here that are perfect. You don't. I don't know everything, man. I just know from experience. They're crippler. If you ever have a problem with a trailer like that, because it's just, listen, I'm not a farmer. All I know is this is a straight pole, right? And even though it's got a PTO on it, it doesn't matter. It will work. It somehow connects to this, and it will operate this. But yeah, anything that's straight like that, for some reason, even though you paid $300,000 for this thing, it will not hook up to it. So somebody told me about this trick about putting a weight on the back to do it. So yeah, I don't know. All right, we're gonna, let's see, I'll put this stuff over here. We'll park it over here up by these trees, and then it will always be here. Maybe I'll do a quick thing so I can show you what's what. We'll see. But I highly recommend mowing at least 2 to 3 times. Okay, and if you're gonna do it for well, now wait a minute. Do you need to do that for bales? Yeah, it'll make more bales. It's up to you. You can mow 2 to 3 times if you wish to, before you actually windrow it, or tedder it and then windrow it. So it's up to you to get more if that's what you want to do. Let's see here. Alright, let's go back and get our couple more things. I guess the last thing I'm going to be able to get is the rear mowers, or the whatever you want to call them, the doubles. So what we're looking to get is hay bales and straw bales. Hay bales come from your grass. You mow it, you tedder it, and then you want to put it in rows and windrow it, and then you take your baler and pick it up and bale it. And that's it. That's hay bales. Your straw bales come from your barley or your wheat with the live straw on the ground, and you just bale it. It's really simple. And then what you do is this machine that's over here that I bought, you put 1 hay bale in there, 1 straw bale, and then you turn the machine on and you come over to your silage thing once it turns into silage, and you just turn the machine on and it will suck up the right proportion. I think it's 33%. It shows a percentage on it, and it will it'll stop bringing in the silage when it's at the perfect percentage. and that will be 100%. The cows will produce at 100%. Now if you don't want the cows to produce at 100%, you can just do hay bales and straw bales, if that's what you want to do. No problem. And I'm going to put my baler and everything over here because this is where all my fields are. Even my wheat and my barley fields are over here. So, but and that's it for cows. I mean, it's really, really simple. I'll show you how to put the machine. You take the machine in there like I showed you at the beginning, and you pull up next to the trough, and either side of the machine dumps into the trough. Either side. Once you put the 2 bales in there and you suck up the silage that you need, you pull it into the barn in there, and either side of that machine will dump out. And you just hit the A button like you dump anything else out, and it will dump that that mixture into the trough, the feeding trough. And the cows will produce at 100%. And then you want to take your straw and you put it into that machine, just 3 bales of straw, and you put it in that machine. And when you go over to, like, you're going to put it in the feeding trough, it will go in where the cows would lay down, or some of them lay down in there, but inside the building behind the trough where they poop. And that will disappear. That straw will disappear and go into, I'll show you the bin that it goes into. And that's where your manure is, your solid manure, not your liquid. I'll show you right here real quick, just so you know. The only reason I grabbed this Smart Tracks, like I said, is because it really works the 3, and this is your bigger windrower. It really works well with your 3. Now you can use the other T8 with your 3 mower setup. You know, one of them requires 190 horsepower and the other one requires 90. But if you go up any hills or anything like that, any incline, it slows it down. So see, the machine has these openings on either side, and it will empty out on either side. So you don't, either way you go in, back in, forward, it doesn't matter, right? And I'm going to try to do this, but I don't know how long, and this is how you, after you put the 2 bales in there, you come over to your silage, and you turn it on. The machine is on, and it will actually start. See that thing in the front? Let me see if I can lift this. See that thing in the front? It'll suck up the silage. Okay? You don't have to worry about moving that thing. And you can lower it up and down. Now this is just chaff, so it's not going to do anything, but you just suck it up, and it will stop at the percentage. Let me see if it shows it. At the right percent. See the percentages? You want a mixed ration is what you're searching for. Okay? And what it'll show in there is once you put the hay and the straw in there on the graph, it'll show you exactly when it goes to 33%. When you pull up to the silage, it'll suck it up, and it will stop sucking up silage at 33%. And you know that you have the perfect mixture. So you really don't need this thing on. Okay, you really don't need it on. You really don't need that graph on. 1 hay bale, 1 straw bale in the thing right there, in the hopper. And then come pull in here and just get up next to this, and when it has stuff in it, it'll show the dump thing, and it will dump right out this side, right into the trough. Now, The straw, same thing. 3 bales of straw. And when you come in here and you hit the dump button, it will dump over there where the cows are. Alright, and straw will appear all over the floor. Alright? And then it will start to disappear as they use it, and it will come over here. Right here. This is where the solid manure goes, and it will start building up inside of here. And don't quote me, but isn't this where the liquid is? I don't know. I've never done cows at this particular. I think this is the liquid. I believe that's the liquid. We'll have to check it as we go. I don't know. I've never done it on this map. But I don't worry about the liquid anyway. It doesn't really matter to me. And people say, well, what do you do with the... Oh, sorry. Yeah, the loading wagon. Yep, for straw. Yep, that's right. How's it going there, Axe Kill Feed? How you doing, man? Detroit, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Well, yeah, but I mean, to dump it straight in there, you can pick it up with the loading wagon, but I mean, 150 cows, you've got no... Yeah, you can. You can get the loading wagon and dump it. Well, will it dump in there? It might. It might. I don't know. I like using the bale. You gotta bale the grass anyway, right? Well, no. Hold on. Time out. Farm boy. No, that will not work for a mixed ratio for 100%. If you're gonna use your loading wagon and do it, I don't think you're gonna get 100%. You only get 80, right? Because then you got to use the loading wagon for the straw, right? If you want mixed, isn't that correct? I'm pretty sure. Are you coming? You think that's a lot? Dude, I almost have 300, my friend. It's not a lot, Detroit. I got double that, bro. How you doing, man? No, not for just... That's right. Not for mixed ratio. For manure. Oh, for the manure. Oh, okay. Straw. I got you. Well, you got to do the straw bales anyway. I see what you mean. Okay, you can bring in your loading wagon for straw and bring it in here and dump it, and it will work. All right, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, I have less of a life than you, Detroit. No, I'm just kidding, dude. How you doing? Right, bales. That's what I'm doing, farm boys. Bales. Yep. Why do you think I bought all this, bro? I did this for bales. Yeah, mixed will get you. Mixed ratio will get you the 100% on the cows. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. And once I get those guys, like I've got 50 cows, okay? So once I'll have like 150. Once I get them fed up, they get fed up to 6 days, like where it's full for 6 days. I come in once a day or once every other day and feed them. And it's perfectly fine. And that's even advancing. And oh my goodness, these short trailers are so whippy. That's even advancing time. You know, people go crazy with them, and then they become this headache. You know, they become a serious, cows become a serious pain. I don't like them to be a serious pain. You know, I don't want to have to be bailing every 2 days or something crazy like that. You know, I'm not grassing full fields. I'm just, you know, this is 150 cows is more than enough. Hey, Detroit, thank you for that follow, buddy. I do appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. Glad you like the stream enough to follow it. Own bridge out of Low Boys? No. No. I don't really need it. I don't really need it. I'm good. I am good. Where are the cows? Dead Zone, where you been? Where you been, bro? Where you been? Listen, you can't come in here like once in a blue and then say where are the cows? They're right there, bro. There's the cows. You want to hear them eating? Dead Zone wants to hear them eating. He's eating, man. He's eating. Here they are in here, Dead Zone. We're going to show Dead Zone that they're in here, too. Look. See? They're eating nothing. Look. Listen. What's up, dude? Where's the food, man? Dude's like, where's the food? Yeah, it's you can go crazy. Like there's no limit in it. You know, if you're being somewhat realistic, I mean, even having 150 cows in here is crazy. You know, it will never show any more than this. All right? It doesn't I don't care if you have 3,000 cows. It only has a certain number that it puts in here that it allows to roam around. So the only way you see it is right here. On the right, it shows, look, they're already producing at 5%. I have liquid manure and I haven't even done anything. I have 49 in the milk and I haven't done a thing. That's too funny. So yeah, supposedly you can't kill them, right? So they're good. They're good. He's eating concrete, right? Tree removal and field connects. I hear you, man. I only did, I did canola row down the right side, 6, 12, 16, 21, 26, and 29. And then I connected 23, 25, and 28 of canola, 15 and 20. I did the 2 at the bottom for the corn, 4 of them at the bottom. Connected those. And I'm going to end up connecting the wheat on the left, 22, 24, and 27. I just have to, I'm tired of doing trees right now, so just decided to do some other stuff. Rogan, what up, man? How's it going? Send him to the butcher shop? Yeah, that would be cool, right? That'd be very cool. How you doing, man? How's it going, Rogan? You're up early or to bed late? Which is it? Up early or to bed late? I'm excellent, Rogan. You know that. Appreciate you asking, man. Yeah, I got to get over here, and I kind of paused everything to buy this stuff for the cows, but so yeah, it would at least take me, I'm just going to tell you guys, I mean, not that I wouldn't be willing to do it, but I'm going to tell you it would probably take me 2 hours to get everything set up to actually be feeding the cows. By the time I mowed, tethered, windrowed, baled, did the wheat, which is the next harvest that I have to do is my wheat, you know, because I just did barley. Not that I would mind doing it, and I wouldn't do the whole harvest. I would just do one field or whatever it would do, because I'm not going to do a ton of bales. Let me tell you something. You're allowed to do 200 bales, all right? And then they start messing up. But I get around 100. I don't like to get no more than 150. The closer you get to 200, and if you go over 200 bales, like you just start baling up stuff, and they will start disappearing. The bales will disappear over 200. I can promise you that. So I highly recommend you keep an eye on how many bales, and they start to cause lag when you get around it. So 100 is good. I do 50 of each, and you know, once you get it to 6 days, and it will tell you when you go to feed the cows, it will say, you know, the cows are full for 6 days, right? They're good. Once you do that, and it doesn't matter if don't make the mistake of, yeah, you need silage too. I know. Got it right there, farm boy. I got to get more. Yep, I got to get more. But don't make the mistake like I did when I first started playing the game, thinking that this trough was full, that they were good, because that's not the case. You can keep dumping in here and dumping in here and dumping in. Depending on how many cows you have, you can get, I think at 150 cows, I think on my other farm I can get 250,000 liters of mixed rations and 90,000 liters of straw for the manure. Whoops, I almost hit that tree limb, I should say. So yeah, you can keep dumping it in there, and that's 150 cows. I can't remember what it is at 50, but you definitely want to reach that 6-day limit, and then every other day, just, you know, feed them one thing, you know, one deal. And then if you advance your time 12 hours, you might have to feed them 2 mixed ration things, you know, 2 oh my god, how should I describe it, 2 full machine loads of the machine that we bought, and that's it. And you know, 2 maybe every other day, or 1 a day, and you're good, man. You're good. So I like to advance time every now and again. You know, it's just my thing. To have my fields ready to be harvested when I want to harvest them. So, you know, if you do advance time, it's good to have those cows fed up to 6 days, so that you don't have to worry about that. All right, I think we have everything right here that I need for now. Wi-Fi stinks in the U.S. Oh, that's what you meant, farm boy? Okay. Oh, I don't care. That's up to you, Detroit. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. So basically, let's see here. Well, we can get. Do we want to do grass right now? Do you guys really? I mean, you know, I don't mind it. It doesn't matter to me. I'll probably. It doesn't matter. I can go ahead and get started a little bit. A lot of people don't like to see, but you know, I mean, to do hay bales, you know, to do the straw bales is one thing. You know, that's really easy. You know, the hay ones are the ones that are a pain in the butt. Let's go grass. All right, man. Let's go grass. Alright, I gotta get this away from this. I can't see what I'm doing. Alright. Let's put that bad boy down. Put this bad boy down. So we'll just do, let's see, I gotta leave room for my swing here. Maybe we'll just do these two fields right here. And go from there. And you can get crazy on, I mean, you know, anybody that's mowed before knows this is extremely addictive and therapeutic. I mean, it's easy. And on here, you probably don't need a, you know, 435 horsepower tractor. But, you know, why not? I always say that if you're going to do anything, at least go 100 horsepower over for any knolls or hills or anything that you're going to be doing. But this is pretty much flat. So you could get away with a basic minimum of around, you know, something along like the other T8 that's 300 and some horsepower. What is it? 325. You could get away with that. So for right now, just for game purposes, I'm just going to do these right here. I'll just do these, whoops. And whenever you're turning, you're going to lose that middle. So I always go back and get it. Go big or go home? Alright, Kodo. You got it, man. Yeah, appreciate the host there, Detroit. Thank you, buddy. So we'll just do these two fields here, and it, you know, it is what it is, man. It will only let you do, I can promise you, you're not going to go any faster than this. 13 miles an hour. But this is how I do my silage at Westbridge, by mowing, windrowing, and then I use the loading wagon and take it to the silage, old school. Take it to the biogas plant, I mean. So I know all about mowing. So yeah, we'll get this going here, and then you gotta tether it. And like I said, basically tethering is just, all it does is flip the grass over and it dries it out. You know, that's what it's supposed to do, so. But I'll be doing a full map harvest on Westbridge, not this weekend, but possibly the next, the weekend after the weekend Um, I guess basically 2 weekends after Thanksgiving. Not this upcoming weekend, but the next one. I don't know which day. I'm kind of leaning towards Saturday. And it will take me every bit of 14 hours or more, I'm sure. But it's going to have everything in it. So, everything. I'm going to be doing chaff, hay bales, straw bales, you know, feeding the cows, feeding my, I have greenhouses, and that's what you use your manure for. Your solid manure is for the greenhouses. I don't know if I'm going to have them here or not. I probably will, just to have them. Yeah, and harvesting all of the fruits. So, I like them all. Westbridge is pretty fun. So that should be real. I did the Bjornholm one in whole map harvest. I have that on my YouTube channel, but that took me 14 hours. So, it'll be at least that for me to do it. But it'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to doing it for a long time. Oh, excuse me. And then I will end up doing it here also at some point. Once I get all this set the way that I want it. You know? And basically what I mean by that is doing it several times and getting in a rhythm of doing it. And then, you know, and doing everything. And I really, well, I can do that after stream. I need to get that sower over here. I got him on the other side of the map for the rest of the barley. This is the last field. So I know he's done, but that's okay. He can wait. We got grass to mow, right? That's right. So this is really the longest part of this process, to be honest with you. Is the mowing part. You know, the tethering it's neat, you know, and the well, the tethering ain't as neat as the windrowing. But like anything else in this game, it's a process. Hey there. Oh my goodness, hold on, I gotta get that name. Is it Dremel Design? Is that how I'm supposed to say that? Tell me if I'm saying that wrong. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for that follow. I do appreciate that very much. Very glad that you like the stream enough to follow it, buddy. Thank you. Alright, let's we're almost done here. A few more. A few more. A few more passes and we'll be finished. I was just gonna do that one field, but it's not enough. That little dinky thing is nothing. So basically what I would do with this is probably I might mow it a few times, and you can do that. If you're just starting out, you can mow a few times, and you want to do chaff, and you don't have enough for the forage machine, the forage harvester. You know, mowing a few times. I did it 3, and I used these fields right here. I didn't buy any grass. I didn't pay for any fields or grass them or anything. I used these. And I would mow them in between my harvest, and I did it about 3 times, and then I windrowed them, and then picked them up and took them right over here to the biogas plant. I mean, they really have this map set up so that you can do it on in my opinion, you can do it on hard very easily. It's not that difficult. So it's really awesome having all these grass fields right here, because in the other maps, you know, you have the long, like those, the narrow ones, the narrow paths in between the fields, but it's a rarity that you get, you know, full fields like this to mow for free. So it's nice to have. Am I missing some spots? It's alright, Dead Zone. I'll leave them for you, man. You gotta have something to do. Right? I gotta leave something for you to do. And it's a lot easier if you, obviously, if you have a, you know, a squared up field and whatnot, but this is alright. It's no big deal. Hey, Cole, not a smart thing to do, my friend. Not a smart thing to do. You have a good night. Kind of like rude and disrespectful and, you know, the whole 9 yards, buddy. Fun. Yeah, it's a lot harder though when you start out because you only have the single mower on the front, right? You know, you don't really have a machine to do the, you know, the triple mower deal. So yeah, it's tough, man. It is tough. What about what? What? What do we? What about it? No, I don't have any hemp in here, man. I don't have any no marijuana fields there, Dead Zone. Alright, so that's that. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'm going to have a pressure washer over here. Because I'm not taking them across the street. I can tell you that right now. Yeah. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Shoot. I was looking at chat. Or not the wrong button. I was actually on the wrong... There we go. That's what we want. Alright, now we'll get our tedder. And like I said, if you have one that doesn't hook up, just get you a weight. Keep it right there in front of it. And you can always hook up to it. And whoops, come on. You silly thing, you. There we go. Hold in the left bumper long enough for it to open up. And this is the biggest one. I don't really understand it, but hey, it is the biggest one. I wish they had one that was a lot wider, but nope, they don't. So set it down, turn it on. Basically, it just flips the grass over. Hey, Scooter, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome back, bud. How you doing tonight? It's all good, Dracula Slayer. So just set your cruise, man, and get all this stuff tethered. Did I go all the way down there? Holy cow. And this one does 11 miles an hour. I mean, it's awesome. This is hay, Dracula Slayer. This is hay. Hay and straw are two different things, my friend. Straw is what you get from the barley and the wheat. Like they say, live straw. That's what's on the ground is live straw. Yep, this is hay. You get hay from grass, my friend. I'm doing awesome, Scooter. Thank you for asking, bud. Yep, you have to have those two things. I always get them confused. Don't worry. I used to call them green bales. Because when you get done with these and you bale them up, they look green. So there you go. Whatever. Hay and straw. Oh, I don't know, man. All I know is hay comes from grass. I'm still going to use the same baler. That baler right there to bale this that I use for the wheat, or for the straw. It's just the only way to get hay is to get it from the grass. Yep, yep. Oh no, am I at, were you on active duty or at a base? When are we talking? Wait, what do you, yeah, that was 88 to 92, Scooter. It was a while ago. Yep. My first duty station was Camp Lejeune. That's what the L stands for in my tag. Lejeune. Well, I'll just tell you this, farm boy. Basically what it is when people advertise, it's not a good thing to come into a stream and advertise somebody else streaming. It's just rude. So yeah. That's why I have in there no promotions, you know. And that's what he did. So yeah. Yep. Not very nice. So we'll do this and then we'll windrow it into rows and then we'll bale it. Oh, you can't remember years? Okay. So you know how to do cows, Dracula Slayer. A what? Dremel, I don't know what you're... Technical, the barley and wheat is chaff, not... Oh, you just sold the bales, okay. I don't know what you're saying there. I'm doing bales for cows there. Yeah, you can use the chaff machine for the live, your forage harvester to do the live straw and pick it up for chaff. You can do that, yes. Yep. But Dremel design, that short English screws me up, so. Really messes me up, man. I'm trying to go with you here, but no, Scooter, I'm good, man. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you for the offer, though. Oh, Crippler, man, that's awesome. I learned it from somebody. I don't know who, but whether it's YouTube videos or what have you, or stream, mostly, honestly, mostly watching other people stream. So, I get you, man, but thank you. It's not one, the baler is just the baler. It bales both hay and straw. Right? It will bale both. No, that's straw. That's not grass. That's straw. It's live straw that comes out of the wheat harvester. That's live straw that comes out of the wheat harvester. That's what it is. It's live straw. So you can pick it up with a loading wagon behind the wheat harvester, and you can take it and sell it as live straw at the thing. Right? And you can pick it up and that with the baler, and that will make straw bales. Yes, I am going to do that probably next, so that I can show you that baler picking up the straw bales. But this is how you do the hay bales. You only get hay from grass. You can't get hay from wheat and barley. Hay is what you get from grass, my friend. Yeah, there's hay bales and straw bales. That's right. Two separate things. Yep. One baler. That one baler bales them both. It will do them both. But the processes, this is just more of a process than the straw bales that you get from the wheat and the barley. Because it's already cut and windrowed for you, behind the harvester. You just got to pull the baler behind it and just go bale your straw bales. It's really easy. So this is the one that's a little bit of a process. All right, well, let me get this little bit right here. And anything you don't, the baler won't take wet grass. That green grass is what it's considered as wet grass. It just won't take it. So it has to be tethered to make the hay bales. There's no way around that. And these things are a pain in the butt to back up. Because they're so twitchy. Alright. Drop that. Move forward a little bit. Let that down and then drop it. I don't want it to flip over. There we go. Alright, now we can windrow it. And there is a bigger windrower. The Crone is absolutely massive. I use it at Westbridge. You're going to see it when I do the whole map harvest at Westbridge. But that is one big square field, and it's much, much easier to use. This one is still big, don't get me wrong. It's still got some size to it, but the Crone has a triple arms on it, and it's really big. So it's not needed here. And you can windrow this whole field down into one row. If you want to spend the time, you can do that. You know, if you just want to have some fun and try it, it will absolutely work. And like I said, all you're doing is basically getting this into a row so you can bale it. And I will probably be mowing this at least twice or 3 times before I do my tethering and my windrowing. Just so I have more. I'll get more bales out of it. Alright, farm boy. I should be here, hopefully, my friend. So one more thing we got, and then, you know, I hate having all, stuff hanging out, so I try to, sit in there later and whatnot, so I try to get it all, taken up and into rows. And it makes it a little bit harder sometimes when you got angled fields like this one here. But hey, they're free. You don't have to pay for them. So if you want to do cows, and 150 cows, if you feed them so that they produce at 100%, okay, you can make, I think it's around $100,000 a day in milk. It's very close to that, or it is past that. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been to the other farms, but it's right near that. I think my 200 cows I get over 100,000, and I think my 150 I get just under $100,000 a day, just from the milk. And that's just from them producing. You don't have to do anything with it other than keeping them fed with the mixed rations, like what we're gonna do. Talk about this already, but can you explain the low timer you set in the upper right hand corner? Does that just slow down the rate that crops grow? Oh, yeah, that timer, this one right here. Yep, and it speeds it up. and it speeds it up. Yep, that's exactly what it does. But it costs you money from, like, let's say once I get that field planted over there to the left of me. I just harvested that, so it's just sitting there waiting to be sown. It'll take 12 game hours from when it's planted and fertilized until it is fully grown. So let's say you want to plant that and you want to get it going. You know, you want to get it back up there. You can up your time to 120 times 120. And in 12 game hours, it'll be back ready to be harvested again. I also speed up time when I'm doing the silage at the biogas plant in the grinder. When it gets full at 20,000 liters, I speed it up really quick until it goes down to about 2,000 liters, and then I shut it down to real time, and by then it's empty, and then I'm ready to put another load in there. So yeah, some people don't really want to do that, but I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. Hopefully that ain't... No, and you're fine, Crippler. Well, yeah, the crops are separate, but it has to do with the grow time, right? If you speed it up, the crops will grow faster because it's speeding up time. Yeah. If your crops are planted and they need to be grown and they're ready to grow, then yes, it will speed up time, and it will kill them. If you have plant growth, plant withering on, which I do not. I like to play this game the way I want to play it. I don't have plant withering on. So, once my fields are fully ready to be harvested, fully grown and ready to be harvested, I might wait a few days to do it, but most of the time I do it. Just like my wheat fields over there. You know, I just did them a couple nights ago, and they're ready to be harvested again. So, but I have plant withering off, so I don't have to worry about them dying. Yeah, it speeds up everything, Crippler. Yep. If you have anything that needs to be grown or is growing, it will speed up everything. It speeds up cow feed consumption. That's what I talk about. You know, when you're doing cows, they eat more as time is sped up. They just, because obviously time is speeding up, so more of their food is going away. So you have to keep an eye on that. Yep. Yep. It doesn't separate by any crops at all. If I have all my crops on all this map are ready to grow, everything has been fertilized and sown, and I speed up time, they all will grow in 12 hours. They will all be fully grown. Yep. Absolutely. And your grass grows. I think your grass grows faster, but your grass in 12 hours will be fully grown too. Like all this grass right here that I mowed, even though it doesn't look it will be grown back up with flowers in 12 hours. I think it's actually faster than that, but yeah. Right, DracuSlayer brings up a good point. If you're seeding or sowing, however you want to say it, don't be doing it while you're fast forwarding time, because you'll get patches in the field. It will grow at different intervals, and your field will be messed up. Man, I hate doing that with that curvy stuff. It's so hard to stop doing that, please. I'm going to fix that at the end. Using the baler, it's you want to get as straight of lines as possible. The more curves and S things you got going on, the baler doesn't like to pick them up, so you have to go back and do it over again. So yeah, definitely, so I'll go down through on the other end down there where all the equipment is, and I'll run down through there and make it a straight line going down through there, so it's much easier. You'll see what I mean when I use the baler. But yeah, this thing, you know, it's anything in this game is that's why I enjoy it so much. I don't get in hurries. I don't have it plant withering on. I don't, you know, any of that stuff. I play the game to enjoy it. I don't let the game tell me what I need to do when I need to do it. So that's why, like on Westbridge, where I mow for doing chaff and silage, I don't use a foraged harvester or, you know, what I call a chaff machine. I don't use one because I enjoy that process. So, you know, I enjoy doing this stuff. It doesn't bother me a bit. No, I don't want to do it every single day. You know, I don't want to be mowing every single day, but, you know, I don't look at it like boring or anything. I enjoy it, so I don't mind it, not a bit. And if you're gonna have cows and you want them to produce at 100%, you know, I mean, you really don't have that much of a choice. Where was I at, Jacob? I was delivering concrete block to a block plant. I was hauling 18-wheeler flatbeds. Yep. That's where I was. Like your cinder blocks that you use for making your foundations and stuff with. That's what I was hauling. Big wrapped quantities of those. So that's that for the windrow. Oh, I wanted to do something. Wait. Put that back out. Put that back out. So I'm going to go down through here and cut this end off and make just somewhat of a straight line. There's not enough here to necessarily do it, but at least these will be like that one down there. It's really hard to get the thing to do right. The baler just doesn't like that, trying to follow that line. It'll miss it, and you got to go back and go back. It's just a pain. So yeah, we'll just make a straight line right here, and I can go down through here and pick this up real easy. These don't really matter, but I'm going down through here. So anyways, all right, get this bad boy picked up. You were in elementary school? Alright. Alright, Kodo, listen, man. Thank you for stopping in again tonight, buddy. Hopefully I'll see you again Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, bud. Have a good night. Alright, now it's time to bail. Farm Boy's back. Welcome back. Fifth grade, I hear you. I heard that, Jacob. Alright, so setting this thing up, I mean, you got your box that'll tell you, and I'm going to try to remember how to do this. I think that's it. And hey, look, it even has a beacon on top that works with the tractor, man. What's up? Whoops, a tree messed me up. Now this one, this is why people like the square baler, because it's automatic, right? It'll just keep spitting them out. The round baler, you have to stop when it's full, open it up, and unload it by hitting a button, and then move forward. So a lot of people don't like using the round baler. Let's see, is this right? This is not right. Hold on a second. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It lets you go 15 miles an hour. So it'll pick it up and it starts forming them, and then it will start sliding out. There's not much here, so we'll go down this first row and get this. And this is why I would mow more than once, because it takes a good bit to get your bales. And this really isn't a big field. I mean, it's decent size, but yeah, we'll get a little bit out of this. But they'll come out and they fall out on their own, and you don't have to do anything. But it only lets you go at 15 miles an hour. That's as fast as the implement will let you go. Got a little squirrely there. I had to stop that. Let me read chat here, man. You went PC needed updates. Alright, cool, DJ, no problem. You always use the PC. I got the call. I hear you, Jacob. Peyton says I wasn't alive yet. I hear you, man. Alright, farm boy. Well, anyways, take it easy, man. I'm glad you stopped in tonight. Thank you for that, bud. You have a good night, okay? And I'm going to do it a little bit different here as far as like this will pick up 16 bales, but I don't want my stacks being that high. So I'm only doing them 8. I don't want them to be that high. I don't like them that high. That's where you tend to get into problems of stuff falling over, and you see these guys on the farms that, you know, that you've seen on streams where the bales are all over the place and everything, and mostly that's because they're stacked, you know, 16 high, and they're just too tall. So we're gonna do 8 and keep it real simple. Plus, I might have done 16 if I had not bought the little tractor. I kind of forgot about that when I bought it. Not that it really matters. But yeah, if I had another telehandler other than the one that I'm using for logging, I might have filled this trailer up when I go to pick these up, because you can do 16 on the loading trailer. I hear you, Dracky Slayer. So I mean, you know, the whole thing is you know, cows are just. That's why once you get going on this and you get a good stack of hay bales and you get a good stack of straw bales, you know, I used to call them grass bales because they're green and they're from grass, but they're hay. You know, and you get that silage. Oh my God, dude, that silage thing is huge. The ones at Westbridge and the one at Bjornholm is like half the size of that. There's enough silage in there for that silage will last you a long time. I can promise you that. If you fill that silage up to 100% and then tarp it, wow, it'll be a long time before you need silage for your cows. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, once you get an established little process going, you get some, you know, maybe do a couple of these loads or whatever, and get the, you know, and then go get your straw bales. You know, cows are not that difficult. Where they become difficult is when you get too many of them. You know, my limit is 200. I don't need any more than 200. $1,000 a day or $100,000 a day is good enough money to just feed something, you know, once or twice every other day is no big deal. So, and like I said, once you get all the equipment that you need, all right, Jacob, once you get all the equipment that you need, you know, your money just stockpiles. You're not gonna have anything else to spend your money on. So it's just for the enjoyment of the game. So there's no reason to have so many cows, you know, that you're spending a ton of time keeping up with them. Spending most of your time. Now there are people that do cows at 80%. They don't care. And if you're gonna do them at 80%, you don't need silage, right? You don't need the machine. You don't need a mixed ration. You don't need that. But you're only producing at 80%. So that's up to you. You don't have to do the baling. You don't have to. There are people that do the loading wagons. And you don't have to tether the grass. You can just pick it up, mow it and windrow it. And then dump it in there. And then do the same thing with the straw behind, you know, your live straw. Pick it up with your loading wagon, take it and dump it in there. You know, you don't have to, but I'm showing you the way to get the cows to 100% production. But if you don't want 100%, you don't have to have it. Now, I don't know what 200 cows or 150 cows at 80% production, how much money that gives you. So I can't help you there. Alright, so when you're done here, I think you turn it off, and then I think you hit the Y button and it will unload. Wow, it shot that one out of there. And then that's it. And it has a little bit in there that's, you know, but we'll fold this up. Fold the back up. And go park this bad boy. And that's it for doing hay bales. Yeah, because you can reborrow the money, DracuSlayer. You can reborrow it if you wish. It's just letting you know that that's how much you can borrow back again if you choose to. Which I don't know why you would, but you have that option if you need to at some point. And I'll straighten these out later, guys. I definitely don't approve of how these look in here. Oh my goodness, get over there. Alright. Now we'll pick them up. So basically, we'll just turn this thing on, and now it's ready. And we'll go down this side over here. We'll get these when we come back. Start over here. And you can go, you know, it depends on how fast you want to go. The first two, the thing will spin around and go. Right? When you get the second one in there, it's got to pick it up, and you have to wait for that bar to come back down before it's ready to pick up the next bale. And that's all you have to be aware of. Okay? And it will grab them each time. And as soon as that thing resets, boom. And now you have to wait for that bar to come down, and now it's reset. It's pretty quick. It's pretty fast. You know, you just, as long as you wait. Let's grab these two right here. Let's wait for this. It's a pretty cool machine. So you can go, we have 8 right now. Alright. You can go 16. Okay, and it will stand them straight up in the air. Right? And I'll show you how that works. But I only want to do 8s. Alright, and I know that some people are like, but I don't want them any higher than this at my farm. It gets too messy because you end up screwing up. And Jacob's back. Welcome back, buddy. So we'll take these over here real quick. And this is a cool machine. Now your round baler works completely different. Alright? Like I said, you pick them up, you got to turn the machine, you got to open the machine, the bale comes out, then you close the machine. They are a little bit neater. Westbridge and Bjornholm, you can put the stacks in the barn. This thing will not stack in any barn. Like, there's not one over here to stack in, but when you do this thing 16 high, and you stand this thing up, it's just too high, and there's nowhere to maneuver in the building. And I don't even care if you use a smaller tractor. It's just, so a lot of people use the round balers, the round baler and loading wagon, because they like the neatness of it. They can just put it in, you know, tight spaces and stuff. But this is fine. This is more than enough. So now, you know what I really need to do? Man, I wish those telephone poles weren't right there. The thing about this machine is this has to be, I'm going to have to do it over there. This has to be perfectly straight. Okay? It needs, the tractor and the trailer need to be perfectly straight. And I might have to move something here. Oh, don't hit that. I think I'm going to do these right here. This is the ideal spot. I'll show you. I think. We'll have to see. Let me move this this plow real quick. And what I'll do is it'll be harder with the straw bales because I'll have to back them. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Let me put this across the street. I mean, I could stack them. You just don't want to have to drive your mixing machine too far, you know, when you're doing it, to do the mixing and stuff. You know, your silage is right here. You know, if you have your bales over here somewhere or wherever, like you could put them in that barn, that place over there, I guess. That wouldn't be too bad. But then again, you got to drive your machine all the way over here. And if they're right here, you know, boom, boom, put the bales in, go around the corner and put your silage in, and then go in the building and feed the cows. So, yeah, however you want to do it. All right, let's see here. Let me do this right. Try to anyway. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start these. Leave myself enough room. I don't know. I'm going to come back in here again. Just give me a minute, guys. Kind of messed me up. That plow, I was going to... Alright, let's get this straight. Like, I'm not going to use that many bales, so it doesn't matter, okay? Alright, where the bottom of the trailer is where they're going to get stacked up, right? Back of the trailer, and then they're going to lay out the length of that red bar that's sticking up in the back. So, and that thing will go in the wall. That thing right there will go... Oh, no, it won't either. I thought it would. Uh-oh. That's not good. Wow, it did at the other place. Okay, it doesn't here. Alright. Oh, that's going to mess me up. Oh, it made my tractor crooked. You know what? I wonder if I can pick them back up. Actually, they won't set down yet. You can actually move them. Okay, as long as you don't hit the button yet, you've got a hold of them still. They're not going to go anywhere. Alright, that's pretty straight. All I'm trying to do is leave enough room for my straw bales. So let's see here. Yeah, let's do that. I think... Nope, that's the... There, it's Y again, and it just dropped them. So now they're free, and you just want to pull straight out. And then hit the Y again, and the trailer will lay down. No, I'm good, Unforgiven. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you for asking, buddy. Thank you for that follow. I do appreciate that very much. Welcome to the stream. Glad you like the stream enough to follow it, man. Thank you. Dude, you need to do your chores during the day, son. You do that every night. Do your chores during the day. Alright, Dragon Slayer, take it easy, man. So that's basically it for the bales. Just like that. And that's that. And that's how that works. So I'll end up filling those up and coming towards the tractor. I'll probably pull this tractor in and then, you know, just go up a little bit further and do a couple more loads. But the thing is that I don't want these, because then they'll be twice as high up there, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but let me tell you something. It's pretty neat. I didn't even notice. It's the same height as the wall. When you'll have your hay bales coming down here, and then all of a sudden you'll have your straw bales over here, and it'll be a nice, neat line, you know? And they're very easily accessible. And if you knock something over, you're not knocking over, you know, another 8 bales or something. They're completely fine right there. And it doesn't look like a great big mess. So, oh, appreciate that, DJ. This is Xbox, dude. I don't... What? No. That's a... I don't think it'll do that, will it? That's not 33%. 33% is one hay bale, one straw bale, and silage. That's more than... That's... I don't know about what you're talking about. Never done 2 and 2. Only done 1 and 1. Alright, let's do this. And I don't need anything quicker. Right? This is, it's easy enough for me, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a billion cows. It's gonna be... It's gonna be nice and laid back. And once I get them fed for 6 days, they're gonna be just fine. Oh, I see what you're saying. 2 hay and 2 straw. And then you can put the 2 in there. I got you now. I got you. I'll have to think about that. I don't have any of the, I don't have my... I was just showing this one guy how to do it. I don't... My hay's over there. Or my straw's over there. I haven't done my wheat field yet, so... It's not a bad idea to go back and forth. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, to be honest with you. I'll do that next time. Because then when they're stacked up, it'll be 2 hay, 2 straw, 2 hay, 2 straw, 2 hay, 2 straw. That's not a bad idea. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, 4,000 is crazy, dude. That's insane. I'm not into all that work, man. I advance time. You know, I like to, when I'm doing my silage, I advance time. When I'm doing my fields, I like to advance time, and I don't want to have to be going crazy feeding cows. And I have plenty of money. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I will have plenty of money. Money will not be the issue at one point. It's, yeah. For too long, it's just about the enjoyment of the game. But I do like that idea of 2 for 2, though. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Let's see if this is going to stay away from that wall. Let's see. Hopefully. Yes? Yes. Okay. And I don't put these right on top of one another, because they can get caught up in each other, and I just leave a little space. And they will, is that still gonna come down? Yes. Leave a little space, because sometimes they'll lag into each other, and then when you go to grab them and pick them up, it'll be hooked on another one. So I just leave a little gap, man. No big deal. No big deal. Like I said, during the day, this stuff doesn't bother me, man. You know, I'm not making any grass fields. I'm just using what's given over here. So, cows were an afterthought. I've got them on Westbridge and Bjornholm also. So, I really wasn't going to do them here, but I said, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and do them. Why not? Be something fun. But appreciate that idea there, Unforgiven. I like that idea. 2 and 2. But now I use a small tractor, so when I take the, let's say the first two are hay, when I take the one hay bale down, I've got to reach over the bottom hay bale to get to the next top hay bale of straw behind it. Yeah, I'll have to try that. I don't know how that's gonna work. If I had to telehandler, it'd be easy. Am I not gonna have enough here? That's alright. It's all good. At least it's an even number. Cool. Is that alright? Yeah, the telehandler would probably work much better with that idea. Actually, to be honest with you. But I do like it. Maybe later on, if I decide to get the telehandler down here and get rid of that tractor, I will do that 2 for 2. Yeah, I know what he's saying, but when you go to unload them, you can only put one thing of hay in there and one thing of straw. He's just talking about loading this. I'm talking about loading the, when they're all setting down here, I'll have 2 hay bales, 2 straw bales, 2 hay bales, 2 straw bales. And I won't be able to... Oh, no. You're right. It will work, won't it? That's right. It will work. I see what he's... Because then you pull a hay from here, straw, hay, straw. That's a great idea. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like that idea. That's a great idea. I do. Now I see what you're saying, bro. That is a good idea. Now I just have to remember to do it. But it requires you to go back and forth. That is the one thing that you have to do. Is to remember to grab, you know, The only headache is to grab 2 from the hayfield and then go over and get 2 from your straw field. And these aren't going to be lined up, but I don't care. Oh. My bad. That was a bad bump. No, don't do that. Did it push all of them together? I did not mean to do that. No, okay, cool. So basically, you know, is that 2, 4? Is that 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20? So that's basically 20 feedings right there, you know? It's a lot. Out of that little field, that's a lot. 20 feedings, so... yeah, I'll get straighter with this. I might put these out here on the other side of the fence. I don't know. Or on the other side of the poles. I'll work it out. Like I said, this is the first time doing it, so I'll figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take this over here. Yeah, I like the shorter stacks, though, I'm going to tell you. I really like the shorter stacks. So do you know, is Unforgiven still in here? Curious. Good night. Alright, Crippler, good night, buddy. You have a good night, my friend. And listen, any questions, dude, if I can help. Absolutely. Give me a holler, man. You're on Xbox One, right? Add me if you are. He's gone, okay. No. Yeah, and hit me up anytime if you got any questions, buddy. I'll try to help you, but have a good night otherwise. What was I gonna do here? Oh, I was gonna show him the... Let me go finish this, wow, look at that, went down to $97. Potatoes fell through the roof. Where are my tractors at? Alright, so this guy's done. Nope, he's got one more row to go. I wanted to show the silage thing in progress. But We can do that another time. So DJ, no more, man. You get that Xbox back, dude. I was gonna do some Project Car streams, bro. My buddy Death Metal Racer got Project Cars, and I was gonna get him, me, you, and Mr. Roy Lee there, and do some Project Cars, man. So you have to tell me when you get your stuff back so we can do that, because I'm kind of looking forward to that. Whoa. Alright, let's see something here. Whoop, said I lost connection to the chat. That's interesting. Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, I might do one or two before you get it back, because I don't know when that's going to happen, right? We'll see. Well, I was gonna advance time and do that silage, but I'll wait. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I know, bro. I feel you, dude. A couple of weeks would be good. Well, at least. So what happened to it, man? Did it stop reading discs or what? What went wrong with it? This is the short end. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it tonight. Like I said, if you don't know the trick about the silage and you're wondering, don't forget, fill this bad boy up. Alright, come over here, fill it up. And then pull this thing up next to, peace. Alright, Kill Feed. Thanks for stopping out tonight, man. Pull this up right here. Like so. Get it a little bit close, not actually hitting that. And hit the button, and it will unload the 12,000 liters into here. If you're tired of using that front loader, this thing works awesome, let me tell you. Works like a champ. You too there, Kill Feed. Have a good night, buddy. We'll see you again, hopefully. I'll be back on again at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm normally on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So I'll be back again Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Absolutely. And if you don't know, I will have this stream up on my YouTube channel, so that anybody that wants to look at it again or whatever missed it, it'll be up there for you. And if you don't have an Xbox One, I have a Twitter account, and the only thing I have it there for, it's hooked up to Twitch. When I'm streaming, it automatically messages Twitch when I'm going to stream. So other than that, yeah, Jacob, hopefully. Absolutely, man. Let me say goodbye to the people that are left in the chat here. Oh, Polish Beast just left. Mr. Jacob, Chris, Brick, and oh my goodness, BKS Cyrus, and Mr. Killfeed, and of course Mr. DJ. Alright, thanks again, guys. I had a blast. Have a good night, and I'll be back Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.